My name is Rhapsody and welcome to Cryptmaster. Cryptmaster is a bizarre and unique puzzle-solving typing dungeon crawler from Paul Hart and Lee Williams, published by Archipara Games. It's out as of May 9th, which I believe is the day of the release of this video, so the game may already be available on Steam. A big thanks, of course, to Archipara Games for providing the code early so that I could cover it in advance of the launch. Especially being a puzzling game, in addition to many other factors, that's additionally helpful. So, without trying to predict the game too much and introduce it over the top of its own introduction, I'm just gonna get to begin real time and dive in.
Hello, can you hear me?
Type a single word, response, and then press enter. Yep.
Good. I'm calling to you from beyond the veil that separates the living and the dead. You're on the dead side.
Shucks.
Now, how are you feeling?
Dead, evidently?
Dead? I don't really understand what you're saying. Can you explain in a little more detail?
Absolutely no problem. Deceased?
Actually, I withdraw the question. I don't care.
I was so close to done.
Now, move toward the light.
Whoa, hang on. Move forward is up. Wait, no, I can still type it. Okay, wait.
Oh, nice try. But I'm afraid you maggots are stuck with me. I'm not going anywhere.
Okay, what if we don't let him talk to us like that? In a single word? Spurn. No, yeah, I can imagine there's not a response for spurn.
Good morning. Welcome to my crypt. Or should I say, your crypt. Why don't you take a look around?
Okay, so we're in a standard grid-based sort of dungeon crawling system here. It looks like there's 4 characters at the bottom of the screen that probably represent our party. Oh, I can move over the rubble. Probably check out the starting room. I played many dungeon crawlers before. Everything is covered in a thick layer of dust. Yep, that's a classic dungeon crawler right there if I've ever seen one. Am I going to need to click in this game, or is it all gonna be keyboard based? Because I would love it all to be keyboard based. Keep my hands at 10 and 2 at all times. Okay, I suspect there's nothing else here that I need to find. The names on the lids are too worn to read. I suppose that's the coffin below my feet at the time. Alright, let's leave the room. See another scarab beetle. Oh! Joro, Sin, Maz, and Nyx. Which would fit the bottom of our screen, having 4 characters, 3 characters, 3 characters, 3 characters. For a total of 4 characters.
Oh, these names look a little familiar, don't they? Let's get those rotten old brains of yours working. Why don't you try reading out the names on those pillars?
Well, first off, that's a classic Joro right there. Ah, and we can see that this is filling in the prompts for each of our characters at the moment.
Joro the warrior, that's you.
Excellent. Now what about Sin?
Deadly sin, thief and assassin.
Okay, well balanced party so far. I'd love to see someone a bit tankier. Is that gonna be Maz?
Maz the melodious,
No.
renowned bard.
Though I do love seeing a bard in a party. Some representation of my own very self.
Nix, the sea witch. There you are. And now you have your names again. Let's move along.
Okay, we've got names, but can we do anything with our existence yet? Also, Joro has a 3-character bar below them, Sin a 3-character bar, Maz a 4-character, and Nix 3 characters. So it's not synced up to the amount of letters in their actual name, which is what I was expecting. Save point created. Maybe I should stop trying to double guess the game at all times and just go along with it for a period of time. Open the chest. Type the bold word to interact, so chest.
Now these chests contain objects I've long since forgotten. I expect you have too. But maybe, if we can remember what they were called, it will help to restore your memories of life. Now, Joro, I think this is something you used in your days as a warrior. Tell me what I should do to it to find out what it is.
Tell me what I should do to it to find out what it is. Use simple commands to instruct the Cryptmaster. Look, feel, listen, smell, taste, or remember. Okay, so if it's something that the warrior would be familiar with, let's get a look going on.
It's like a big metal shell, slightly larger than a human head. What are we going to do with it?
What are we going to do with it? Did that expend one of the resources from up here on the top left? Do we effectively have 5 different prompts? This is me trying to figure it out. This is my first interaction with the game at all. I was just sold on the aesthetic features of the game by a trailer about 1.5 years ago, and I was like, yep, that's probably gonna be my kind of shit. I should keep an eye out for that. Okay, so I'm assuming we have 5 different queries that we can put in here, and then we need to ultimately tell you what the item is in order to get it. So, feel. What about feel? Feel it.
Cold, hard, and smooth.
That's nothing new.
Metal, I think.
You already told us it was metal.
What next?
Okay, so... look... Listen, let's think of all of the senses. Okay, how can I enact proprioception on this? No, that's not going to be especially useful. What about the sense of time? No? Smell? I imagine not. Smells like cold hard metal, if I had to guess. Can I tell you what it is? I think it's a shield. If it's a lump of metal about the size of a human head that a warrior would use, but you're not identifying it as otherwise sharp, it's gotta be a shield. I almost just want to say shield. Shield.
Oh, no, it's the wrong shape for that. It would protect you in a fight, though.
Oh.
What shall I do with it?
Why don't you wear that bad boy? Why don't you wear that helmet?
Yes, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah, okay.
This is something you wear. It keeps your head safe. What shall I do now?
I assume I can just tell you helmet.
A helmet?
Yes!
Yes, Joro, this is your old helmet. Now let's move along through that door.
Okay, so when I get equipment, I don't actually get equipment. What I get is the letters that comprised that equipment as letters for my characters to be able to activate. So Joro with an H space T, I can only imagine for a warrior that's got to be hit. Maz space E-double-L. It's probably not spell. It's probably not hell. Now, bell? I can see a bard having a bell. Oh, yell? Yell. That's a bard spell. I want to try these out. Okay, so let's hit. H-I-T.
You did like to hit the things, didn't you, Joro?
And now Joro has a new 4-space word that has not yet been identified. So that means I do want to identify each of these words as quickly as I possibly can. Because when I identify them, I start getting clues for the next one. As in, like, if I left H space T there for a really long period of time, I imagine Joro wouldn't be getting new letters because it would only be looking for I. So Maz, yell? Yep. Resets cooldown for Joro?
I rather thought you would sound better than that, Maz. I suppose you haven't used your vocal cords in a while.
Okay, so Sin is a deadly assassin and Nyx is a sea witch. I want to just try a couple of things. So, a deadly assassin, assassins often have an ability called jab or something like that for a 3-letter word.
It's coming back to you, Sin, isn't it? All those knives in the dark.
I'm gonna take another stab at this. Stab. How about stab for a 4-letter word that a assassin does?
What do you want to do? Stab?
Oh, okay. That's apparently not it. Fine. Nyx, you're a sea witch, so what about sea?
Sea? Why did you say that?
Mostly just to see if Nyx recognized it at all, frankly. Okay, so we've already discovered a total of 3 of these abilities. Skills, I think the game called them. Guessing no. Try using different words to examine the objects in chests. Look where, lick, recall, sniff, use, ... So there's got to be more as well. I like open-ended solutions to things. Well, as open-ended as they've obviously pre-coded for. Chests note. Guess the items inside chests to help restore your memories. Yep, okay, that confirms what we mentioned earlier. Turn on predictive tests for no. Okay, and now it's not even... Yeah, it has nothing under items, so I can only imagine that we don't actually have a helmet, we just have the memories. Take nothing but helmets, leave nothing but footprints. Maybe I should... Okay, I can't just collect the torch on the side. It's quite typical in a dungeon crawler, pick up the torch in the early dungeon, roam around with it for a while. It seems that nothing has moved in this room for a very long time. There's a little nubbin in here. This is a lovely spot for just standing around. Can't say I disagree. So far our exhaustive, thorough searches of the maps haven't really revealed anything. That said, we are playing a dungeon crawler. It'll pay off. Eventually.
Oh, look. More of your old junk.
Oh, look. More of your old junk. I'll get it over the course of the series. I want to get to the point that I can just start doing the narrator of whatever game I'm playing, doing lines that I want them to do. Ancient books, soaked to pulp and illegible. It'll take me a moment to get there. Alright, 2 more chests. Let's check out this first one. Chest, C-H-E-S. No, that's a chest. It's a completely different one. Collection of
Oh, look. It's a thing.
A thing, you say?
What shall I do with it?
Well, why don't you give that a little look?
It's sort of rectangular. Something you can hold in your hands.
Sort of rectangular, something you can hold in your hands. Is that perhaps a book? What have you read it?
Oh, good idea. My old eyes aren't good enough to tell exactly what is written here. But yes, this is definitely something you're meant to read.
Buddy, that's a book
What
if I've ever heard of
will we
it.
do with it?
Book.
The book. Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Okie dokie. Joro immediately gets 3 more letters. We have B-O-O space. So I'm gonna use all of my skill from playing Wordle for, I want to say about 25% of the day since it was released. That's an overestimate. I'm gonna say 10% of the day since it was released. And I'm gonna complete this word. So it can't be book with a Q. It can't be boo with a W at the end. It also can't be a K. Can't be book. Otherwise it would have already been filled in. Bore? Boot? Boot seems likely. Boop? It could also be boop. I'm gonna try boop first.
Right back at you.
Oh, cutie. Alright, boot. Yep, deals 1 damage and knocks the enemy back, and now Joro has another skill. So let's move on to Maz, who has a 6-letter word, and the second and third letters are both O, and we know that B and K do not appear in it. You know what? Nothing immediately comes to mind, and I don't want to just stand here forever. Trying things, even standing beneath the freezing water. You feel nothing. Ah, what's Nick's got? Oh, like...
I beg your pardon, sap? What a strange thing to say.
That's something a witch might do, a witch ability, sap? Totally makes sense to me. I'd put lunge in there as well. I can't just stay here and guess them constantly. Let's open the chest. I have to tell myself not to do that.
This little fellow looks strangely familiar.
Familiar?
What now?
Why don't you reminisce? Oh no. I got a passive vocabulary, right? Reminisce. It's not reminisce. No, reminisce.
There are a lot of these around down here. I just shoo them away usually. What should we do with it?
Shoo them away? There's a lot of these down here in a dungeon. Bug. We saw all the bugs on the wall. Give me a look.
It looks like a ball of fur with a string attached. What are we going to do with it?
That sounds more like a rat than a bug. Rat.
A rat.
Hell yeah.
Yes, that's what it's called.
Okay, we've got a lot of letters here to work with. Joro now has space AR space. Sin, you seem pretty easy here. You are an assassin of a type, and you have TRA space. I don't think it's gonna be Tram. Trap. Laser trap that deals 1 damage. And now you have... And now you have a 6-letter word, which I'm just gonna quickly check. That's not murder, is it? It is! Deals 1 base damage, but can be boosted with other skills. Oh, I'm so glad. Maz. You now have a T unlocked in here. Space OOT space. Not sure about that. Nyx now has space A space? And Joro still with space AR space. I'm gonna keep walking along and just thinking of these. I already feel accomplished enough with Sin having completed all of theirs. Although, I should try and remember what we have. So we have hit on Joro. which does 1 damage. We have Boot, which hits them and knocks them back. 1 damage as well. We have Sin with Jab. One can only assume that was 1 damage. Yeah, I'm not able to look at my abilities at the moment, so that's Jab. Then it was Trap. Drop a trap that does 1 damage. It doesn't do it to us. That's good news. And then Murder, which was does 1 damage by base, can be boosted by other things. For a moment there, I was like, boost for Maz? OOT? No. Wax?
Why did you say that? Wax?
Well, I thought Nyx might, like, have moon magic of some kind? I don't know, buddy. I'm giving it a go. I want to see if I can get all of these words before you give me any more chests. Okay. Seems like not much to see in this room.
Oh, look, a toad man. Let's see if you remember how to fight.
During combat, type any skill words you've discovered. For example, hit. Wait for each character to cool down before using them again. So, okay, that's a limiting factor here, is that I've got a bunch of spells for 2 characters, and then no spells for another 2 characters. Oh, no, hang on. Maz has Yell, which is reset the cooldown of Joro. So, hit, Yell, boot, stab. That's kind of like an opening for us, I guess. I like it. Ooh. I wonder if I can be sneaky and hide here and get them from behind or something? Or maybe that's not a mechanic in the game at all, and in fact, yeah. Just wasting my time there. Oh! Hits! Yell! Hit again! Got him. Oz has dropped. Oz. And I'm being forced to select one. I can only imagine I'm selecting a letter to reveal itself for us right now. But I already know that Maz has those O's. I don't think there's any O's in Nyx. I almost want to take the Z. Because that's a letter that I'm not really gonna guess. Oh! No, I know what the Z is. I know what the Z is. It's Nyx. It's Zap. Zap is the first spell for the Sea Witch. It has to be. I'm taking the O. And yeah, it doesn't give us any new information, which is what I feared. But ranged attack that deals 1 damage. Zap is discovered.
Nyx, that was splendid.
Just seeing the Z was enough to get me across the line there. The discarded bones of tiny animals litter the floor. What about spell? Okay.
Spell? Why would we do that now?
Because it's the main mechanic of the game. Brains note collected, health note collected. Skills allow you to perform actions in combat. Each skill has a different effect. View your skills. Okay. Oh my god. So wait. The warrior has, how many do we have across? So it's 6 down, 5, another 5, another 5. So 6 down, 15 across. That's, 90? That's 90-ish abilities? I know that we're missing 6 at the end, so what, 84? Sin. Jab, trap, murder, and then there's a lock. Oh, which I imagine means that Sin no longer has anything to learn here, which is why Sin doesn't have any blank slots. Got it. Maz has Yell already. Resets the cooldown for Joro. Actually, let's read all of the skills as well. So, hit. Hitting things was never just a hobby for Joro. It was a way of life. And then boot. The shaman of Joro's tribe used to tell him that if you have huge feet and never kick anything, You are scorning the gods. Sin's jab. A young orphan left to fend for themselves in a corrupt city must find a way to deal with unpleasant things. Sin discovered that poking them with something sharp usually did the trick. Sin liked traps because she enjoyed the thought that she might be injuring people, even while she was sleeping. And then for murder, is it still murder if the victim didn't see you kill them? Sin didn't think so. Maz has yell. The first thing every bard learns to do is yell. You might be the best singer in the world, but it counts for nothing if you can't make yourself heard in a crowded tavern. And then Nyx has zap. It would be a poor sort of sorceress who couldn't zap anything. A poor sort indeed. Looks like there's a...
Up ahead is the Eye Stone, an ancient sentinel designed to imprison the restless dead. To pass beneath his perilous gaze, you may need to retrieve my Soul Stone.
Retrieve the Soul Stone. Over the ravines. Okay, I imagine I can jump over that ravine? But why am I incentivized to do that rather than going around? The walls feel damp and clammy. There's a bug there. Or maybe it's a good idea to encounter the danger. Because what if J, U, M, and P are unlocked by jumping over it? Let's jump over the ravine. Okay, no. It doesn't look like it. Let's open this chest.
Oh, this is a big one.
Oh, this is a shield.
What next?
Shield.
Yes, a lovely big shield. Just like yours,
Oh, wow!
Joro.
That actually completes Maz's word as well, which is apparently soothe. Heals one missing letter from an ally's name. So, your name, the length of your name is the length of your health as well. Joro still has space, ARD. That feels like I should be able to figure it out now. Like shard?
Shard? Can you see that somewhere? What are you talking about?
Slod, smart, snard, spard, nope. Who's singing in the corner? Spard. Lord! Horde? No. Board? No. I feel like I need to be able to get this right now because I want to, basically. Quad? That's nothing. That's absolutely nothing. Oh my god. It's guard. Joro will take no damage while guarding. Alright. Maz with 6 letters. Do I know anything that would be a 6-letter bard spell? What about... single. Drop a new single.
Single? That doesn't make much sense.
Fair enough. Let's move ahead. Nyx also has blank 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 S. Ooh, we finally got a larger room. We're told that there's danger for trying to cross the ravine. The bridge flexes a little down, but otherwise seems fine. Ah, Eye Stone. Okay, let's go up to this so that we can actually check our destination.
Hold, travelers. No dead may pass. Are you dead?
Only recently. Lying.
That does not answer my question. You may not pass.
Well, I don't like to say I told you so, but I told you so. You need to get my soul stone before you can pass here.
Wait. Oh, no, he doesn't come back and give us another attempt? I wanted to try and live in response to his... What? Hello, chest.
Ah, something impressive here.
That's obviously a
What should we do
jewel.
now?
I'm not gonna guess jewel yet.
It's long and kind of cross-shaped. Now what?
Long and cross-shaped. Is that perhaps a staff? Or a stave? Long and cross-shaped. So that's not going to be a bow or a crossbow or anything like that. Nothing with 5 letters comes to mind there. Long and cross-shaped. That's got to be a stave. Stave or staff. I'm going to tell you to wield it.
Yes, it's pretty heavy. I have a feeling it has to be. Although, if it were too heavy, it would be hard to use.
Oh,
What should we do with it?
It's heavy. And it needs to be. I don't think a staff needs to be heavy. Cross-shaped. Oh! Cross-shaped! Is it perhaps a sword? Okay, so if I'm trying to figure out if it's a staff or a sword, why don't you listen to it? Is it made of wood or metal?
You can't hear anything unusual.
Dang.
What should we do with it?
Touch.
It's hard and... Ooh! It's
Sharp!
rather sharp.
That, my friend,
What will we
was
do
a
with
classic
it?
sword.
Yes, a sword. Haha, lovely.
Okay, so Maz gets 2 letters. We now have space OS, space. Nyx gets a new letter, space R, space S. Okay, you know, it's probably not going to be relevant right now, but I think I should start keeping track of the letters that we aren't using here as well. So, like, I know that W, for instance, does not appear in either of these. Or D, because it was a sword. Keep moving onwards while I just marinate that in the old brain sauce. See if anything happens to come to mind. Oh, I can see you over there, friend. If I beat you up, I can gain a letter. Partially flooded and held together by moss and algae, this boat is going nowhere. Hit! Yell! Guard! Stab! Trap! Jab! Hit! Oh gosh! Zap! Got him. Ooh! I gotta do some healing as well. Baz has dropped a B, a E, and a Z. So, B? Or A could be fun. Let's take A. There is one A. And it is in the middle of Nyx's ability at the moment. Let's use... Soothe. In order to get the health back on Maz and Nyx. Oh, I really feel like I should be able to do Nyx's spell by this point. It's not traps, trams, trans, trals? Trads? No, none of these are words. Trags? Tras? It's trash, but misspelled. Trabs. Travs. Okay, probably it's probably not a T at the very start there. I really, really do want to get this one before I go on. Okay, I don't think it's a P that it starts with either. It's not an S, it's not a D, can't be. Frags? Perhaps? Okay. Frals, fraps, frats, frax? Frans? No, none of that, okay. G? Could it be G? Grams? Graps? Graws? No. Raws. Craps. Oh, I'm gonna abandon this search for the moment and just go open this chest. I could get that. Hang on. I've only got one for Nyx so far. Really makes me want to finish this. Is it crabs? It's crabs? Of course, Sea Witch summons 2 deadly crabs that deal 1 damage each if they hit. Okay, I'm gonna say cast for your next one. Boom.
Cast? No, we're not going to drop everything and do...
Let's open this box.
Well, what do we have here? What are we going to do with it?
Taste it.
Tastes metallic. Now what?
Wear it.
I don't think I can wear it. It would fit nicely in my pocket, though. What are we going to do with it?
Okay, so it's metallic, and it's too small to be worn. However, it would fit in one's pocket. Perhaps a coin? I'm gonna ask if you can spend it.
Do what? Spend? No, that won't help.
Okay, that's not a coin then.
What shall I do with it?
I mean, I'll ask him to look.
It's small and shiny.
Oh, no.
What shall I do now?
Oh, I feel like I'm not gonna get this one. Small and shiny, but you can't spend it. I feel like it still might be coin, but spend just wasn't a verb that it wanted to do. Maybe flip would have been allowed. I'm gonna say flip just to check.
Do what?
Okay, it's not a coin, it's not a coin.
No, that won't help. Okay, no more dilly-dallying. What's its name?
Oh no. It's in a box. It goes in your pocket. You can't spend it and you can't flip it. Theoretically, it could be ammo, perhaps? Like small metal balls that one might fire? Oh man, am I missing something very obvious here? Gosh. It goes in one's pocket. You wouldn't wear it. It's metallic. Metallic is important. If I hadn't checked both spend and flip, I would still be writing coin right now. What does one put in their pocket that's not money? What does an adventurer put in their pocket? A knife? Too many letters. I almost want to say coin, despite the fact that I ruled coin out twice. Very handily. Alright. Unless I can come up with something better in the next 20 seconds, I'm writing coin. Okay. It's not a jewel or a gem or anything like... It's metallic! It's metallic! A crest, a badge? No, neither of those. I'm running out of time, and that's our 20. It's a coin.
A coin.
Oh, come on!
Yes, now I remember these little lovelies.
Flip the coin? How would I do that? Spend it? No, I want to collect them and look at them. I'm so glad we managed to get coin there, but unfortunately it also gives us no new information. We still have only the O unlocked. Well, actually, never mind. It does give us new information, doesn't it? It gives us the information that C, I, and N are not involved in either of these solutions for Maz or Nyx. Something that we are going to be keeping in mind as we move forward into the next episode. Until then, though, my name is Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Cryptmaster. Especially on a new series, like, share, comment, etc. All of those things are deeply appreciated to help start a new series off on the right foot. My name has been Rhapsody. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see y'all next time.